Hello and welcome to the session. Today, for a change, we will be playing a game. Every aspirant, one who wants to speak great English, wants to develop fluency, must play this game as and when he or she gets a chance. And it's a game that you play with yourself. There are no winners and losers, or let me put it this way, you can be a winner over your weaknesses, and sometimes you want it or you don't want it. Of course, defeats are always, uh, distasteful, although defeats teach you a lot. But sometimes you will also be losing to your weaknesses. But unless you lose to your weaknesses, you will not understand what your weaknesses are. That's why sometimes it is also important to lose to yourself. So it's a game that you play with yourself. Of course, for playing this game, you need somebody's support. What kind of support? Well, we will find that out as this lecture progresses. And now let's start with the hellos, right? Although we have very few participants today, for some reasons, not many have joined us in this lecture session. But let's have a talk with those who have found time out to join. All right. Sneha, hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Oh, fantastico. I have never been better before. How are you?
Me too, sir. I am very fantastic, and I have never been better before.
Great, great. Great to know that. And where's the little angel?
Little Angel is doing planning to do painting. She loves to do painting,
Oh, she's such a versatile little girl. Such a
and she
sweet.
did a very good painting, sir.
All
Someday I
right.
will show you.
Certainly, certainly. Thank you for finding time out, Sneha, and joining us. It's such a pleasure always to have you on board. All right, moving on. Isha,
Thank you,
good
sir.
evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh, great, glorious, stupendous, fantabulous, victorious, glorious. I have vanquished all the miseries in my life and I've never been better before. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Top of the world. And I have never been better before.
Lovely, great. That smile says it all. Always keep smiling like this, no matter what, okay? Because ups and downs will come, but those who smile, those who are composed, are always able to vanquish their impediments, vanquish those obstacles, right? You know, break the obstacles to bits. That should be the kind of power you must command. Okay, moving on. Pallavi, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh, I am absolutely fantastic, magically great. I am on the top of the world and tasting the pinnacle of happiness. And how are you? And I have
I'm
never
also
been
great,
better
sir.
before. And I have never been better before. Okay, all right, go
Yes.
on. How are you?
I'm also great, sir. I have also never been better before.
Okay, some more energy maybe. Show it.
I have never been better before.
Shout.
I have never been better before.
I have never been better before. You are capable of saying it that way. Go ahead. Try it
I
once.
have never been I have never been better before.
Better, but still, you can come up with a better show. One more time. Go ahead.
I have never been better before.
Okay, I'll grant it to you. I'll grant it to you. No problem. Okay. Thank you, Pallavi, for finding time out. I know sometimes I can get very nagging, but trust me, all that I do has a purpose, right? All that I
Yes,
do
sir.
is purposeful. They are meant to make you do certain things which will help you become a better communicator, right? These are
Yes, sir.
psychological tools that a teacher uses in order to bring the best out in of the student. The best in the student should come out, right? That's what I'm trying to do with you also. And thank you for cooperating, my dear. Welcome aboard again. And it's such a pleasure always to have you, right? You are a silent achiever, an absolute genius. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Manisha, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm in the pink of my health. I am desirous of great glories that await me. I'm already riding on waves of victory. I have absolutely beaten to the bits all the ills that were heading towards me. I am riding on one success after the other, and I have never been better before. How are you?
I have never been better before.
Some more energy, maybe?
I have never been better before.
Say it this way. I have never been better before. Say it that way.
I have never been better before.
All right. I do understand that you have people around and they might feel, oh my goodness, this girl was fine till a few moments ago. What has made her go bonkers? Why is she now speaking like this? Right? Why what has made her crazy? So I do understand that those limitations, those issues are also there. I just used a slang deliberately so that you people also get exposed to such language, right? I normally never use such language. I used it because you people must know that instead of saying, oh, you have gone berserk, you have gone crazy, we can also sometimes use words, slang, such as, hey, you have gone bonkers. Okay, it is not considered as uh, good for regular language, but sometimes off and on in the friend circle, you probably can use such phrases as well. Okay, Seema, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are
Good
you?
evening, sir.
How are you?
I have never been better before.
Okay, with lovely, sounds good. I know that you have difficulties right now, but still you are saying that, which means that you are such a great personality. Your composure is of the highest order. Maybe, someday you will be, why someday? You are already a model for many of your students. And someday the entire world will look up to you and say, look, that is how a person should be. That kind of balance, that kind of temperamental command, that kind of composure, that kind of beauty of the soul, that kind of passion for what one is doing, that kind of kindness, that kind of compassion. So all that will follow one day because I know that whatever you do with a lot of passion, with a lot of zeal to excel. When you are teaching, imagining that you are actually delivering information and education with the purpose of giving everyone a better world and giving your students a great chance in their lives ahead to excel. So that is in itself a huge service. My salutations to you, Seema, for whatever you do.
Thank you so much, sir, for
And
all your blessings and appreciation as well.
abs-
And I am not like that. You have said more and more
okay,
about me.
all right, all right,
It's not like this,
okay.
but I am
So
just trying.
are you suggesting I'm kind of praising you too much? If you are saying that, then
Yes,
I must
sir.
say,
Yes, sir.
you are being modest. Okay, modesty is good, but then I'll say what I have to say. Right, being your teacher, let me use all kinds of beautiful adjectives for you and your work. Right, you're a teacher.
Thank
Teacher's job is so noble. Right, every job is noble in one sense, but you are teaching your students, making them better persons, equipping them to deal with the world better. Thank you, Seema, for being a part of this training program. All
thank you,
right.
sir.
Now we move on to a very interesting game. What is that game? Here we go. Let me share this file with you, which is a blank Word file. And on this file, I'll be writing down the rules of a game. What is this game called? This game is called the ideation game. Let me get the font right. Okay, just a second, please. Can you all easily read what is there on the screen? Somebody
Yes,
say.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Great,
Yes, sir.
great. So what do we do in this game? This game has been designed to make your ideation process, just 1 second, please. Ideation process quick and smooth, right? Often one is found lacking ideas. The lack of ideas makes one a bad communicator. That's the reason why you should play this game often, so that you can generate ideas with greater ease. Once the ideation process gets smoother, you shall be a better communicator. All right? So what is done in this game? So what have we written thus far? This game has been designed to make your ideation process quick and smooth. Why do we need to make our ideation process smooth? And what is ideation after all? Ideation is the process of generating ideas. As simple as that. If you can generate ideas quickly with a lot of command over your mind, and that command doesn't happen all on its own. You have to practice on your mind. You have to work on your mind to make it a better generator of ideas. So if your mind can generate ideas quicker and generate better ideas, then the quality and quantity of your speech both will improve. When you speak, you will have so many ideas coming to you, and you probably will have to filter out some of those ideas to speak. What happens is, when you are speaking, you run out of ideas. It's not uncommon to see our participants, our live participants, and even those who are practicing, and even the ones I have taught in the live sessions, run out of ideas while delivering spontaneous speech, or even run out of ideas while having day-to-day conversations with the colleagues, with the friends, seniors, juniors at work, and even otherwise. Ideas do not come easy. That's the reason why your mind has to be a sharp generator of ideas, so that you can speak better. So how do we make our mind a better generator of ideas? Now, this is one game that I'm going to teach you today. This will help you become a better ideation generator. Okay? Sorry, ideas generator. How do you do it? How do you do it? Well, we'll soon see. I will be demonstrating the method today. So probably if we have time, then one of you might play this game with me. But if we don't have time, then we'll be doing the practice sessions of the ideation game in the next session. All right? So often one is found lacking ideas. This is exactly what I was telling you. The lack of ideas makes one a makes one a bad communicator. That's the reason why you should play this game often, so that you can generate ideas with greater ease. Once the ideation process gets smoother, you shall be a better communicator. Now, what do we do in this game? That is the next thing we have to understand. Just give me a moment, please. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to start speaking and connecting dots. Connecting dots? What do I mean? Well, okay. Let's put it this way. Let me write down the rules of the game for you to understand. In this game has 3 levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Okay? Number 4, fourth point. In the beginner's level, the player is given 10 words or expressions. The player is required to make a story or a situation or a situational story, right? Or just let me write, make a situational story by connecting all the words or expressions. The time available for connecting the expressions, just a second please, some issues with my word processor, I don't know what. Okay, all right. The time available for connecting the expressions is 2 minutes. So you have to connect all 10 words or expressions within 120 seconds. That is the challenge. And who will be giving you the words or expressions? Will you be giving those words and expressions? Will you be choosing those words and expressions yourself? Absolutely not. Somebody else has to give you those words and expressions. And for your benefit, during the remaining part of the course, I will be the one giving you the words or expressions with which you have to play the game. Over the next few classes, I'll be giving you only 10 words because you are a beginner. You will start out with 10 words, right? As you progress and your ideation process gets better, I will give you the intermediate exercises. What happens in the intermediate exercises? Now, for those friends who are following this course as a series of YouTube videos, whatever I'm teaching the live participants applies equally to all of you, right? If you're following me regularly, then for sure you will be getting the benefits of this game. And the day I give the expressions or words to my live participants, I'll be posting those same words and expressions in the description of the concerned YouTube video so that you can also practice at your end. Okay. So what happens in the intermediate level? I don't have to type all this again. Just let me copy this. All right. Control C for me. And then a Control V. So because I'm using Windows, right? In case you are using Mac and you want to teach somebody this game and you want to pass on these rules and you want to copy them from the description, Command C, of course, goes without saying. All right. So here in India, we are you use both the operating systems, and both the operating systems are great, right? But we use I'm more used to the Windows system, so I like the Windows system, more used to the Windows. At one point of time, I used to work on Mac a lot, but these days I work on Windows alone. All right. So in the intermediate level, the player is given 25 words or expressions. 25 words or expressions, right? And the time to connect them will be how much? 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes. Let me also change this to TWO2. So in the intermediate level, you have to join or connect 25 words or expressions in 3.5 minutes. Okay. And in the advanced level, the player is given 50 words. I mean, why am I typing this again? Copy this. Control C, Control V, right? So in the advanced level, the player is given 50 words or expressions. The player is required to make a situational story by connecting all the words or expressions. The time available for connecting the expression is how much? It is 5 minutes. 5.5 minutes in case you are having to, you are having to manage the show all by yourself the way I'm doing it now. You need an assistant. It's easier to have an assistant around when you're playing this game. Why so? Because you have to keep track of the words that you are connecting. The moment you connect a word, the moment you use a word or an expression that is close to the word, even that'll do. That word is marked as used. So it is 5 minutes. Normally 5 minutes is the time. That means you're expected at the advanced level to connect 10 words or 10 expressions in 1 minute. But you need somebody who can keep track of the words, right? Keep track of the words that have been used. And the words need not be used in sequence. Writing down here, the words and expressions need not be used in the sequence or the order in which they appear. They can be used in any order. What else? Do not mind speaking in incorrect English. Arey, come on. It's a language. It's like every other language, like Punjabi, like Assamese, like Kannada. It is not anything special. It's not a language that should be given more priority over other languages. Yes, it's the lingua franca. We agree. It has become a global language and we respect it. We respect all languages, right? But if you can speak Kannada incorrectly, you can speak Punjabi incorrectly, you can speak Odia and Assamese incorrectly, you can also speak English incorrectly. Never mind. All of us make a mess of our native tongues. We speak our respective mother tongues in the most miserable ways possible. Let me tell you that, right? I've seen Bengalis. What a mess they make of Bengali. Terrible Bengali. Bengalis speak terrible Bengali. Hindyites speak terrible Hindi. And likewise, I know I have I have friends from all over India, friends from all over the world. I can tell you, the Tamilians speak terrible Tamil. French speak terrible French. And the English speak terrible English. Trust me. Right? So do not be under the impression that they are masters of their language. They are not. Nobody is. They also make mistakes. In fact, in one of the lectures, one of the initial lectures, second or third, maybe fourth, I don't exactly remember, I did point out what kind of mistakes native speakers make while speaking in English. Most horrendous mistakes. They are not even aware that they are making those mistakes. That is the level of English they speak. Everybody makes mistakes while speaking a language. Why should speaking in English incorrectly give you the creeps? It's your birthright to be speaking English incorrectly. Speak incorrectly, but speak. So never mind. Do not mind speaking in incorrect English. Do not be conscious about what people around you are thinking. In case you are playing the game on a public platform. Right? Pauses are allowed, but the time limit cannot be crossed. Remember that. Okay. Let me save this file because I'll be sharing this with you. All right, there we go. Okay, ideation game. Let me give it the name, ideation name. All right, so here are the rules for you. And now I will be demonstrating this game right away for all of you to watch, right? I'm demonstrating this game. I'll time myself and I'll connect the expressions. Who will give me the words or expressions? You will be giving me the words or expressions. I don't mind taking any word or expression. You can give me the most convoluted stuff if you want, the most obscure words if you want. But it will be in your interest if you give me words which are understandable to the general public. Why so? Because it is not a test of mine. You are not testing me. You are here just to see a demonstration of what is done in the ideation game. Right? It'll make you generate ideas. You can give me the most complicated words from the medical glossary, from the legal stuff. You can give me all kind of economic jargon, but that's not going to help you. Okay. So I would suggest give expressions that make some sense to one and all. Okay. If someday you want to test me with tougher words, you're most welcome. Right? No problem. But you know very well that I don't mind speaking on any stuff. So I would rather suggest that give me words or expressions. They can be difficult, but at least don't make them very technical. If you give me a word like say estrogen, well, fine. I can use that in my story. You give me a word like say reverse peristalsis. Okay, I can use that as well. But what is the use? Right? It's not going to help you in any way. You can give me a word like say say neutrino. Right? Not many people know what is a neutrino. That is why give me words that will make some sense. Okay? Sense to the participants, the live participants, and also to those who are going to follow this course as a series of YouTube videos. So we have how many participants? Very few today. That's quite unfortunate. I'm disappointed. More should have been here. So we have how many? Vamsi, Nitesh, Manisha, Pallavi, Isha. That is 5. Sneha, Seema. That's all. So we have 7 participants, which means I'll be playing the advanced version of the game. You don't have to play the advanced version of the game. You can start out with the beginner's level. Right? If you think that you're good enough for the advanced level, I have no problems. Okay? So you will be giving me the words, which means roughly 7 words each. Right? I'll be glad if you keep my request and give me words that are easy for all to understand. I'm not afraid of the words. You can give me any stuff and I can demonstrate some other day. Right? You can come up with stuff from the medical lexicon. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I'd come up with the physics stuff, chemistry stuff, biology stuff, even quantum physics stuff. Doesn't matter, right? I'll make a story. But here, the idea is to watch and understand the process, right? Not to see in how much water your teacher stands, right? He is kind of only standing in knee-deep waters or waist-deep waters or neck-deep waters. No, not important, right? That you can do some other day. All right. So the words, please. The words I'll obviously, as you speak along, I will take down the words and then I'll time myself and demonstrate. I will take 50 words. It's a little unfair on me. Why unfair on me? Because the person who usually ticks the words or makes them black or bold just to suggest that the words have been used is usually not the player. I'm the player over here. So I might just go over 5 minutes. May not. All right. So let's see. Let me time myself. But the timing will, I'll start the timer only after you have given me 50 words, right? Okay. So starting with Vamsi. Vamsi, give me a word or expression. Anything you want.
Exquisite. Exquisite.
All right. Nitesh, come up with a word or expression. Unmute yourself, my dear. Otherwise, I'll not be able to hear. Yes.
Music.
Music. All right.
Yeah.
Manisha.
Water.
Water. Okay. Pallavi.
Sir, beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay. Isha.
Traffic.
Hmm?
Traffic.
Traffic.
Yes, sir.
Did you say traffic? Okay. All right. Yes. Sneha. You can come up with expressions also, phrases as well. Single words are okay, but you can even give me expressions. Don't give me a sentence. You can give me phrases as well. Okay, Sneha.
Yes,
Sneha,
sir.
give me a word or expression.
Butterfly.
Okay. Right. Seema.
Sir, uh, transgenders.
Transgender. Okay. Kirti, give me a word or expression.
Terrific.
Terrific.
Yes.
Did you say terrific? Okay. All right. Vamsi.
Jubilant.
Brilliant or dubious? What did you say?
Jubilant.
Jubilant. Jubilant. The
Jubilant.
pronunciation
Okay.
is
Jubilant.
jubilant. Okay. It is
Jubilant.
not jubilant. It's not the spelling is also incorrect. It is always
LL.
jubilant. Jubilant.
Oh, elegant.
All right. The spellings vary in the American and the English dictionaries, right? All right. The meaning, the correct pronunciation is jubilant. Okay, go ahead, Nitesh.
Manifest.
Manifest. Okay. Yes, Manisha.
Obligation.
Obligation. Fine. Okay, Pallavi.
To ponder.
Ponder. Right. Isha.
Importance of festival.
Importance of festivals. All right. I know why you're giving me such a topic, huh? Why are you giving me such a word, such an expression? Okay. All right. Kirti.
Divinity.
Sneha. Sneha.
Award.
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 Okay. Seema.
Sir, existence.
Okay. Each person to his character or her character, right? I mean, words are beautiful. The words that are coming are beautiful. Yes, Vamsi.
Astonishing.
Astonishing. Okay. Yes. Nitesh.
Magnanimous.
Magnanimous. Yes. Manisha.
Tit for tat.
Tit for tat. Okay. Pallavi.
The nutshell.
Next.
Nutshell. In a nutshell. Like this.
In a nutshell. Okay. In a nutshell.
yes.
All right. It is just nutshell or in a nutshell?
In a nutshell will do.
In a nutshell will do. Okay. Yes, Isha.
Mortal.
Bottle.
Yes,
This.
sir.
Okay. Yes, Kirti.
Submissive.
Submissive. All right. Sneha.
Last but not least.
Last but not least. All right. Seema.
Sir, sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. You're making my life difficult, but no problem. Okay. Vamsi.
Blabbering.
That's exactly what I'm going to do now. Okay. Okay. Nitesh.
Magical.
Magical. All right. Manisha.
Newspaper.
Newspaper. All right. Pallavi.
The electricity.
Electricity. Okay. Isha.
My eyes pop up.
My eyes pop up. My
Yes,
goodness.
sir.
My goodness. Don't worry. My turn will come. Okay. All right. Kirti.
Information.
Information. Sneha.
Wisdom.
Seema.
Equity, sir.
Vamsi.
Dynamic.
Nitesh.
Monster.
Monster.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Manisha.
God.
Okay. Pallavi.
Extreme.
Extreme. Okay. Isha.
Sir, pesticide.
Pesticide. Okay. Kirti.
Health hazards.
Sneha.
Headache.
Sneha. Forget about the headache, please. You're fine. Think that you have no headache. Okay. Okay. No problem. I understand. Before we started the class, we had a brief talk, and Sneha is unwell, so she was having a bit of an issue with this headache. So probably that is what came to your mind very promptly, very swiftly, right? Okay. Seema.
Sir, exposure.
Exposure. Vamsi.
Brilliant.
Nitesh.
Mythical.
Sorry. Manisha.
Colorful.
Colorful can be this, and colorful can be this also. I'm not teaching you written English, so usually I use the American version. That is because I release my books in American English. That's why. So colorful in my dictionary will be CALORFUL, not CALOURFUL. All right. Okay. Pallavi.
Sir, pollution.
Panacea, what did you say?
Sir, pollution.
Permission. Okay. All right. Yes, Isha.
Guest.
Death.
Guest, sir.
Huh?
Guest. GUEST. Guest.
Oh my goodness. I hope I am not so aged so as to, have such terrible problems with my ears, and that too with the headphones on. Okay. Sorry. All right. Kirti.
Sir, universal.
Universal. Okay. Sneha.
Consciousness.
All right. Seema.
Reservation.
Vamsi.
Elegant.
Nitesh.
Misanthrope.
Spell it.
MISAN.
Acha, misanthrope. Okay.
Misanthrope.
MIS. Okay. This is what you mean, right? I can go on. I can take more words, right? But I have to start the timer, and we'll have to give you a demonstration. Now, the thing is, please understand that I probably will be overshooting a little, possible, although, may not, because since I've been practicing all this for a very long time, I may still manage to do it within 5 minutes. If you cannot, while you are doing it all by yourself, do not feel bad. Just give me a second, Oh, now I'm getting creeps. You people really torture me, Such 50 words, right? Tit for tat, butterfly, transgender, importance of festivals. My eyes pop up. My goodness. What else? It's good that you say that it's good that you say the entrails of the alien are out. Something like that. That would have made things even more difficult. My turn will come, baby. My time will come. My turn will come. I'll make you do this exercise. Don't worry. Okay, there you are. Why on the same page? It'll be easier for me to see them. And now I'll be reducing and I'll probably will have to go serially, although you don't have to, but I have to go because otherwise I'll not be able to show you what I'm doing, right? Okay. Here I go. My 5 minutes start now. The exquisite looking fairy had a musical voice and she was swimming in the water and her beautiful eyes glared in the sun. But there was somebody out in the traffic, in the waters itself, who popped up his eyes to actually check up what's happening. And then people realized that the creature who had popped up from the water in the traffic that was there in the water was not a human, but it was a butterfly. And that butterfly was also a transgender, which was evident from an examination under the microscope of a doctor. This terrific discovery led to jubilant scientists celebrating, and their joy manifested in their words. But they felt an obligation to reveal all their secrets to the scientific community. Well, they made the scientific community ponder for sure, and they also spoke about the importance of taking off, because constant work can make you a kind of a bore, a kind of a Dumbo. That is why they took leave, realizing the importance of festivals, because Rakhi was round the corner. And they realized that break is actually divinity, because it is break that makes you super sharp. And because of this realization, not the realization of having a butterfly which emerged from the water, which was transgender in nature, not that discovery, but the discovery that leave and break is divinity, led them to getting the highest scientific award. And they also realized that probably the fact that they have this kind of a concept in place will lead them to understand very many facts about existence. And the research paper that they wrote revealed astonishing facts and figures, and they realized that being magnanimous is not in humans' nature. Tit for tat is what humans stand for. No matter how much we speak about compassion, in a nutshell, we can say that humans are really, really greedy and terrible creatures. They are not even having as much compassion as can be accommodated if it could be liquefied in a small bottle. And those who are submissive are only submissive to their bosses. They are not submissive to their juniors, for goodness sake. Last but not least, humans are also extremely, extremely bad in the sense that they loot others. They're thieves, to say the least. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring is one idiom that is very, very much prevalent in the human civilizations, but it is a civilization only in name. Those are civilizations only in name, because sharing is caring is not in their dictionary. All they do is blabbering, and they'll come up with all kinds of magical cures for stupid ideas that are not scientific in nature. They read the newspaper, but they do not try to assimilate that information to become better. Well, humans have done great jobs. They have electricity in place, and actually they have made dolls, the eyes of which pop up when electricity is run through them. And the information they have led them to gather a lot of wisdom. They talk about equanimity. They talk about building dynamic characters. They talk about dealing with the monsters that reside within your head. And they also say that it is your duty to yourself and God that you become good. But they are extremely hazardous to one another, because these days you will find in the third world countries, people are selling pesticide-laden food, which can cause severe health hazards. And headache is just a small hazard that can be caused by caused from the eating of such foods. And of course, exposure to pesticides has led to millions of unidentified ailments. And our doctors and scientists are not so brilliant so as to understand every kind of ailment that comes their way. Well, we probably need a mythical creature with colorful wings and who has the permission of God to come here, come to our world as a guest, and come up with some universal cures that probably works on the consciousness of humans. And maybe that wisdom that will be given to the humans will also reserve a place for them in the heaven. Probably there'll be a reservation for humans in the heavens for doing some good work if they understand what is the true nature of magnificence and elegance. Now, humans can actually become elegant beings by ceasing to be misanthropes. And I hope that someday the truth of divinity, the truth of true beauty dawns on the human beings. Well, I'm done, and 4 minutes and 56 seconds is the time I have taken. So I have just demonstrated to you. What it takes to.
Well done, sir.
Thank you so
Wow,
much.
amazing, sir. It was really amazing.
Amazing.
It's
Okay.
top of
Was
my
Just
mind,
incredible.
Okay.
What can you say?
Sir, it was like
Outstanding.
so good. As you
Thank
say
you so
that
much.
something like best thing should be left unsaid. It was like that. I'm speechless, honestly.
All right. Thank you so much. Again, such genuine praises make me really feel very good. Not about myself, but about the fact that probably what I have learned is going to help others, right? The fact that this stuff is inspiring you is an indication that you'll be practicing these exercises and making yourself a better ideation expert, right? You're already good at ideation, but your ideation will be like rocket sharp. It'll be like moving at a speed much higher than the escape velocity. Why not say that your ideation will move at speeds higher than, in magnitude at least, higher than the velocities of light, right? Probably you will be doing much better than I, because I do not think what I've done is great. Probably I've given better performances. This is the Manisha syndrome, the Kirti syndrome that I'm demonstrating myself now. I probably could have done better, but doesn't matter. I'm okay with what I've done. What struck me, I gave, because 50 words, usually when I speak, right, I don't take more than 3.5 minutes to complete all 50 words. But I have an assistant who ticks the words. But online, in virtual classes, it's not possible for somebody to do the ticking. It is possible, but then that's complicated technology. We don't want to get into all that. So I did my bit, and I'm happy that I've been able to still manage. I've still been able to finish it under 5 minutes. So thank you very much. Friends are writing some good stuff for me. Let them read them out. Okay. It's not a very difficult exercise. Let me tell you, if you are taken aback, don't be. If you think you are very puzzled and you are completely stunned at my performance, don't be. It is a very simple exercise. When you begin to do it, you will see it is not as difficult as it appears to be. When you are in the flow, you begin to connect. You don't know what your mind is capable of. Your mind can do wondrous things, right? So today, I will not be making you demonstrate ideation. That I'll be reserving for some other day, because we are already running short of time, and I want the 2 spontaneous speeches to happen even today. So my team says excellent, and there's a thumbs up. Thank you very much, my team. Truly appreciate. And Vamsi writes, you are simply outstanding. Thank you, Vamsi. Thank you so much. Right, those are very kind words from your side, and I completely respect and view your feelings. Okay, Isha says wonderful, and then there are 3 sets of claps. Thank you so much, Isha. Pallavi says excellent, sir. Then there are claps. Really, I have no words to express. Okay, thank you so much, Pallavi. As Manisha said, best things are left unsaid, so I take it as a huge compliment from you. Seema writes, seriously, such a speechless performance, sir. And then there are 5 sets of claps and 4 sets of thumbs up. And I do understand, Seema, that's a lot of appreciation, lot of admiration, lot of respect. Thank you so much for all that. And Kirti says, unbelievable and mind-blowing. You are a unique creature in this universe and God gifted. Okay, my dear, if you say so. And then there are 5 sets of claps and 17 this. Okay, so thank you. That's a lot of admiration and respect from your side, Kirti. Thank you so much. Nitesh says, I'm speechless on sir's performance. And then there are 2 this. Well, Nitesh, thank you again, right? All of you are very good, and genuine praises coming from your side are always musical to the ears. Let me not make a show of myself and say I don't like to be praised. In fact, I like to be praised. If genuine praises come my way, I absolutely am receptive to them. And everybody is. Let's not lie. All right. So Manisha says, I'm really amazed right now, sir. And she has given me claps. Thank you so much, Manisha. Again, you have said everything by using the minimum possible words. Probably you have, again, exemplified that maxim that the best things are better left unsaid. Okay. Sneha writes, oh my God, sir, you did brilliantly. You, you popped my eyes up. Okay. And then there's a beautiful smiley and claps. You're so creative. Sneha, you are so creative. I wish one day I can do this exercise like you. You will. And pretty soon. Trust me. It is not as difficult as it looks. Spontaneous is far more difficult. Trust me, ideation is not that difficult. If it had been such a powerful exercise, then I would have made it one of the pillars of this training program. It is not one of the 3 pillars. It is one of the ancillary training tools that I use. Okay, this is not the main tool. The main tools are only those 3. Yes, ideation will certainly make your brain become better with the ideation process, and you will be more analytical in your approach. You will be more creative, but that doesn't mean that ideation is going to be a better speaker. No, it'll make you a better speaker, sure. It has got its indirect impact. You will be coming up with ideation, new ideas, creative ideas, more powerful ideas, but those ideas will make you a better speaker. But all said and done, please keep in mind, ideation is not as important as spontaneous speech, as shadowing, and as coterie talk. Those are the primal methods. Certainly, ideation will help you, but doing it once a week, or still better, twice a week will do, right? Who will give you the words? I will give you the words. How many words? In the first 10 games that I give you, that I ask you to play, I'll be giving you 10 words each, right? And I'm sure after you do those 10 exercises, you'll yourself tell me, this is very easy. Give us something more challenging to do. And then I'll be giving you 25 words. And I'll be doing 10 such exercises, playing 10 such games with you. I'll start giving you the words pretty soon, maybe from this Friday onwards, right? To do the ideation. And when we reach the fag end of this training program, you will be doing the advanced part of ideation. And trust me, I say it again, it is not as difficult as it appears to be, right? It is intimidating, looks very frightening, but actually it is actually a weakling in the garb of a devil, in the garb of a monster, right? All you have to do is to remove that shell. And you will see that behind all those disguise was this weakling of an exercise, weakling of a game for you to play, right? So demonstrations of ideation, we'll have them in the class very soon, probably next week, not in this week. And let's start with the spontaneous speeches now. We started the class late today, so probably we'll have to go up to 10:20 or 10:25. Kindly bear. I expect each one of you to stay with me till the very end. Okay. And these days, the turns are coming up very soon. That's because, Vamsi, we'll start with your spontaneous speeches from next week. I'll have a talk with you and we'll start with your live spontaneous from next week. Right?
Sure.
Right. Okay. So today's spontaneous, the first one is for Kirti. Kirti, pull your socks up. So the topic for your spontaneous speech today is how to kill your fatigue. How to kill your fatigue. How to kill your fatigue. Start.
Yes. Whenever I become tired, and if my and I feel that nothing is striking with my mind. So I feel just when I do worship, I feel I get so much happiness, and internally I become happy and satisfied. So there is nothing to do any activity, but and yes, I don't listen music at that time, because I want some peace whenever I am tired and you know and very weak. So I don't listen music at that time, and I just want a pin drop silence, and I want that type of atmosphere that I can close my eyes and can do meditation, and I think about my Lord Ganesha, because he is my best friend. And whenever I become unhappy and uh, something, because life is not constant, it always changes, and and everybody knows that every day is not same. So their good days are also there, and bad days come in our life, mostly. So so I always feel God with myself, and then I know many people take the many people listen to music, and many people do watching reels and social media, Facebook. But I don't do these activities, and many people also playing games on through a video game, and they play chess on phone, and they watch YouTube videos to lessen their stress. And but I don't like these activities, and if I do these activities, I get an headache, and I become more and I feel very uneasy, and I become much tired if I indulge myself in such activities. So I don't like watching reels, and yes, somebody advised me that you just see the reels. You will be entertained, and you will be happy, and your time will be passed. But I think I don't have much time to waste to time pass, because there is so much work for me in my life. And yes, whenever yes, I do meditation. I think about yes, just sometimes I don't want to think anybody. Just I want to be I want to have a mind that should be blank, and there is no any thought come into my mind. And I always feel that just I want some pin drop silence, and that yes, if at that time some voices and sound come from the trees, and some birds are singing a song, then I love to listen to this thing. And yes, my and I feel that my tiredness gone away, and yes, there is also a medicine for me. There are some people who are so very caring, and and they are so concerned about me. And there are some my loved ones people, and if I talk to them, then my tiredness gone away automatically. I don't know what is the magic they have. So I call them, and if they attend my phone, and if they have time, because I know in my life all mostly people are very busy, and they are very intelligent people, and I would like say thanks to my God, because sometimes I become so immature person. But I'm not immature person. Yes, sometimes I do this immaturity. I become aggressive, and I make demands that you all people don't have time to talk to me, because I know. And I'm very reserved person. I don't like to talk many people, and my friend circle is very small. But there are some people. to whom I love most. So whenever I am, if I there is some tension in my mind, just to forget this stuff in my mind, that I like to talk to them. And if they if I they if I find some opportunity to be with them, and then I feel very happy, and I feel that everything is gone from my life, and there is nothing, and I feel some musical energy, and I get the magical. So there is God, and the other hand, my loved ones. So both people give me so much energy, and so much magic, and they filled up so much enthusiasm and positive energy in my life. And yes, I yes I and there are also very some traits that I can remove
That should
this thing.
do. Time is
Okay,
over.
okay.
Okay, your friends have said such wonderful things for you. Seema says, very well done, Kirti. You spoke wonderfully. And then there are claps. And then there are thumbs up for you. Isha says, flawless speech, Kirti. Well done. Keep going. And then there are many claps and thumbs up for you. And completely agree with Isha. You have done a fantastic job. Despite being tired, you have done a good job. Your mind was not on the exercise, but you pooled in your energies and came up with a very inspiring performance. Well done, Kirti. All right, what does Manisha say? Manisha says, can't believe that you were tired. Your energy was so good and you did an amazing job. Okay. Well, and there's icons of claps and appreciation for you. And Manisha is spot on. Uh, it was hard to believe that you were tired or even mentally thinking about certain things, anxious probably about what you're going to do in the office tomorrow, right? You looked amazing and your performance was amazing. Correct. Manisha says, Manisha has certainly come up with very appropriate comments. And then my team says, superb performance, Kirti. Completely agree with my team. Superb performance. Pallavi says, amazing performance, dear Kirti. And then there are two beautiful smileys followed by these two. Okay. And then there are claps. You spoke really with great fluency. I agree. I completely agree. You did a great job. Sneha says, as always, you start with good energy and end with that. Well done. You handle your situation very well. And then there are claps for you. Sneha is correct. Nitesh says, great speech, Kirti. You spoke continuously without pausing for a second. There's a smiley. Okay. And the smiley is laughing a bit too much. If it had been smiling like, then I wouldn't have said anything. But if it's doing, I have to convey that to you. Okay. So if this is the performance when you are tired, then what will you do when you are fresh and energetic? Well, that's a question I'm also asking. All right. Vamsi says, hey, Kirti, brilliant performance. Your words flowed seamlessly during your speech. Well done. Vamsi is spot on. Kirti says, thanks a lot to everyone. And then there are beatific smiles, 11 in number, through smileys. Okay. I do not want to manifest those expressions on my face. Manifest was the word given by Nitesh. He only comes up with such bhayankara words sometimes. Anyway, I hope that it's not a bhayankara word. I'm joking. It's a very simple word. Okay. All right. Manifest means what? Manifest means to express, to materialize. All right. Okay. So that's for the first speech. If you're thinking it's getting late and the second speech will not happen, well, rethink, because the second speech is going to happen. And who's going to do it? None other than Manisha. Manisha, be ready. Turns are coming quickly because very few participants are joining us today, joining us these days. That's why. Manisha, say hello to me.
Hello, sir.
Right. Manisha, the topic I'm giving you is somewhat uncommon, and it is also scientific, right? There have been speakers who have spoken on this topic. I'm not sure if heard any of those speeches, because these speeches usually go unheard. But this topic, this is also something that is important in the context of mental peace, right? And overall well-being. The topic is, listen to me carefully. One should allocate time at least once a week for doing nothing. One should allocate time at least once a week for doing nothing. Repeat. One should allocate some time at least once a week for doing nothing. Start, shoot.
Good evening, everyone. And so the topic that I have for today is one should allocate time at least once a week for doing nothing. I don't know why, but when I'm starting this topic, suddenly I'm remembering the 5-star ad that do nothing and enjoy your life. And I really agree with that ad. And I like that chocolate, and I really agree with that ad, with that advertisement. Actually, like in today's fast-paced world, and we all are so busy. We have jobs, and in job, I don't think that we get time to be free. We all are so equipped with our work, so we get so overworked, and our mind gets so tired that we don't have time for ourselves and for our families. I personally feel this. So and when you overwork yourself, and when you're always so busy, you're busy with the work, you're busy with the people, then you don't get time for yourself. And I think this is the biggest loss that we are making as a human right now. Yes, we have so much responsibilities, and we have to earn money. And the for people who are living outside and who are staying away from their family, they have to earn money, they have to send that money to their family, and that's why they are doing this thing. And I know that they also miss their families, but still, for the sake of money and for the sake of providing good facilities for their families, they do all the hard work, and they stay away from their families. So that's why they stay busy. And so when you stay busy, you miss that amazing chance of meeting yourself. Like, you can meet thousands of people in this world, and you can meet some amazing personalities. For example, you can meet Prime Minister of India or any other person, and there are so many people whom I admire, and I can meet any of them. But I think when I don't meet myself, or when you don't meet yourself, that is like you are missing an amazing person in this world, because no one can be better than you. And I heard this quote, which is from Toni Morrison, that your best thing is you. No one in this world can replace you. Honestly, you can come across so many people who are more intelligent than you in some way or other, who are more creative than you. But if you are not talking to yourself, if you are not analyzing yourself, then you are missing out meeting the most amazing person in this world, and that is you. So how can you meet that person? Like, है ना? I know that you stay with your body and you feel that I am here, and I am available for myself every single time. But this is not true. For that, you need to make out some time for yourself, where you can be free from other thinking, or like what is happening in the office, what is happening at home, and what is happening around me. No, all you need to be just focus on yourself. Just to stand in front of mirror, just look at you, admire your beauty, admire your intelligence, and talk to yourself like how I am really feeling. Because most of the time this happens, like especially with me, that I don't I don't get this feeling that I'm sad until and unless someone comes and tells me that today you're not feeling okay, and you're not giving that vibe that you used to give. So then I realized that yes, today I'm really sad and I'm not in the mood. So, and then I think that why I am not getting this knowledge, and other person is coming and telling me that something is wrong with you. Then why is this happening? Because that day I have missed out talking to me, and I am not talked to myself, and that's why when I am not talked to myself, then I don't know the problem, and that's why I'm in bad mood. So for that, you should be there for yourself for some time. है ना? Sorry. And for that, just sorry. For that, what you need to do is just go to a place where you feel yourself. It can be your room, or it can be a park. Okay, where you feel yourself, just go to that place, and please, 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 for God's sake, keep aside your phone, because if you have your phone with you, you cannot think about yourself. All you will be busy about thinking what's happening in the world, what's happening with that leader, what's happening in my office. So for God's sake, please keep away your phone, and just keep your hands like this and talk to yourself. I know that it is difficult in initial days, because you will feel that what I am doing, I am with myself. What can I talk to that? What can I talk to myself? But honestly, once you will start this thing, you will develop this habit, and it is going to help you. It is going to help you a lot in long run. And I know that this habit, it is somewhat dangerous too, if this is the word that I can use, because once you are habituated of talking to yourself, then you don't feel the need of other persons. And this is what happens with me. And most of the people say that, why do you prefer to live alone, and why don't you like it is not like that I don't like the company of others. I can live with them, and I can enjoy with them too. But if someone is not with me, then also I can be happy and I enjoy that time. So if you will talk to yourself, you will be more at peace. Your life will be more relaxed. You will be more ease, right? And when you are relaxed, you are peaceful. You can concentrate on things in a better way. And that when you are you cannot find a solution of something with anxious mind. No, you cannot. When there is something difficult coming up in your way, and you're feeling that I'm not competent enough to tackle that challenge or to overcome that situation, in those situations, in those moments, there you need to take a break, you know think with your mind, and just
Manisha, the time is over. What a great performance. Well done. Claps for her, please. Okay, all of you. Come on. Don't be so miserly with your claps. Come on, come on. All right. Yes. Manisha, the best part,
thank you.
the
Thank you. Yes,
best
sir.
part about your speech is the way you keep going, right? And as you keep going, these random ideas keep flowing across your mind and you express them with such beauty. And it seems almost as if you've prepared the speech beforehand. You're speaking with such finesse, such control. Very well done, Manisha. Again, as you said, best things are better left unsaid. So let me not say how happy I am. Kirti came up with a stupendous performance despite being tired. You came up with a stupendous performance despite the topic being rather far from the conventions that we are usually aware of, or those which we usually deal with. Because doing nothing is not an idea that is very popular. If you say, I want to do nothing, people will say, what? You don't want to do nothing? As a student, if somebody had asked you, what do you want to become? What is your ambition? You say, well, I would like to become a chartered accountant. And somebody would say, I want to become an engineer. Somebody would say, a teacher, doctor, civil servant, entrepreneur, scientist, whatever. But if somebody says, oh no, I don't want to become anything, I want to do nothing, then that person will be considered crazy because the world is not used to such ideas. But doing nothing, regardless of what you are doing essentially, is crucial to your having good longevity. As you said, spending time with oneself and doing nothing, not getting bogged down by the regulations and rules and the ideas of the world. Do not be a part of the herd. Do not be a part. Sometimes you should pull yourself out of this rat race, right? You've heard about that famous novel by Thomas Hardy. By the way, what is the pronunciation? Not Thomas Hardy, for goodness sake. It is Thomas Hardy, not Thomas. Never say Thomas or Thompson. Always say Thomas. and Thompson. The pronunciation th does not happen in English. It's either, which you will not be able to hear. It is not thought. It is actually thought, thought, thought. A little bit of air. I mean, I'm not here to teach you pronunciation, but just telling you that it is Thomas Hardy. So Thomas Hardy's classic novel, Far from the Maddening Crowd. What a book that is. Should read it. Read Jude the Obscure as well, if you're reading Thomas Hardy. What a great author he was, right? So this maddening crowd can actually make you go mad. Stay away from this crowd. This is dangerous. Stay away from it and do nothing. Be with yourself and do nothing. No television, no mobile phone, as you very rightly said, right? The heavens are not going to fall on your head if you keep your mobile phone aside for a while, or maybe switch it off, because we have been living without the mobile phones as well, right? Even before mobile phones, there used to be life. Now you can tell me there was life even before the cars, before the rockets. Well, that's understood. But mobile phones, certainly, by no stretch of the imagination can be considered as, just give me a second. Just give me a second, please. 1 second. Okay, so, the mobile phone is an entropic device. It's important. It's a great invention of science. Mobile technology is an expression of the highest degrees of wisdom, human wisdom. That's okay. That's understandable. But it has become such an evil device. There are so many people who have suffered greatly because of this device, right? Radiations are one thing, even otherwise. So the entropy that it generates in your life can be really hazardous, right? Kirti had given the word health hazard. Please keep in mind this mobile can also be a health hazard. The expression health hazard, sorry. See, I can also go wrong, and I go wrong very often. It's an expression or a phrase, not a word. As I said, it's a word. So colloquial English, no matter who speaks, regardless of how good he or she is, one will always make mistakes, right? I make mistakes so often. I make mistakes so frequently, but I'm not ashamed of them. Okay, fine, I make mistakes, fine, admit, but still I'll speak English, right? So the thing is, brilliant speech. I didn't just like your spontaneity, I also loved the content of your speech. It was almost like prepared beforehand. Okay, it was so well done. So well done, Manisha, and well done, Kirti, for those inspiring performances. Both have pulled up great performances today. Now let's see what your friends are saying for you. All right, here we go. And please remember, do nothing sometimes. Find time out for doing nothing in life if you want to live long. Now, don't tell me you don't want to live long, right? Life is all that matters. If you go by the dictums of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, what you reckon as death is also life. Probably someday I'll talk about it if you're interested, okay? About disembodied consciousness. The expression didn't make sense to you? No problem. We'll talk about it someday if you're interested. Okay. Right. So here we go. Okay. My team says amazeballs performance, Manisha. Absolutely. Rock solid performance, Manisha. Truly agree with my team. Kirti says, I appreciate your thoughts. You are an amazing person. A simple person with high thinking. No doubt. Amazing person you are, Manisha. Truly an amazing person. Completely agree with Kirti. And then she has given you lots of claps in this, right? Infinite amount of admiration for you. Vamsi says, great performance, Manisha. You have a remarkable talent for speaking with such clarity and depth on not so easy a topic. It was not so easy a topic, completely agree, but you pulled it off so beautifully well. And Hannah, if sometimes you have to say Hannah, you can say, is it not so? Is it not so? Say it in English. Okay. Doesn't matter. That much of Hindi will do. No problem. Okay. But that Hindi actually made the speech even more beautiful, right? It made the speech even more beautiful. All right, going ahead. Isha says, really wonderful. You are really a genius. You have always shown, you have always been open to unique ideas, no matter what the topic is. And there are 10 sets of claps for you, which are sounding like 10 billion claps. Okay. So you may keep hearing those claps all your life, but they'll not cease. They'll continue. So many claps from Isha for you. All right. Can I have all of you on the camera, please? Because we are closing. Can I have all of you on the camera, please? I'll be very grateful. All right. Pallavi says, really very nice performance, Manisha. Two beautiful smileys, followed by lots of claps and lots of this, that is, right? And you always spoke like a pro speaker. I always get inspired by your speech. And there are two beautiful smileys again, my dear. Okay. Then Seema says, so appropriately you gave your thoughts, so much synced and so much in sync and persuasive performance, my dear. Well done. And then there are so many thumbs up for you and claps and 7 hearts. They feel like 70 billion hearts to me. Okay. So a lot of love to you from Seema also. And then Nitesh says, mind-blowing performance, Manisha. Completely on the spot. He's just right. Couldn't have been more correct. Nitesh is spot on. Your speech was fluent and so much informative. Actually, I also talk to myself many times when I am alone, but didn't thought about it much. But you have given me a new perspective on this behavior through your speech. Your speeches are always so much enlightening. Keep it up. And then he has given you 2 thumbs up. Okay, Sneha says, you have great knowledge to talk about things. I love the way you speak. Simple and decent words coming out. Very impressive. Well done. And then there are 5 sets of claps. You can take them as 500 billion claps. Okay, they'll never cease to be. Well done. All of you have appreciated her, and she deserves all this appreciation. Just the way you appreciated Kirti, she also deserves all the appreciation. Sometimes we are not in sync with ourselves. Just the way Kirti was telling us that there were issues in the office, and she was still thinking about the issues that are kind of plaguing one and all in the office and how she'll have to brave with those issues tomorrow. Well, such things happen, but never lose your composure, as Bhagwan Krishna said, right? Regardless of what your convictions are, what your religious convictions are, or your spiritual convictions, you could be an atheist, but these are ideas which will hold you in good stead, no matter what your thoughts are. You could be a very rational person, and you might have your own ideas. You might be agnostic, doesn't matter. But even as a management principle, you can always treat this as a golden rule. Very correctly, Manisha pointed out, if you are anxious, if you are frightened, if you are angry, then you can never take the correct decisions when you are supposed to take those correct decisions. Whenever you get bogged down by circumstances, all of us get bogged down. Not that we are not kind of bothered at all. If there is no human being on earth, right? Not even Arjuna. Arjuna was one of the, what do you call, Shrestha Purushas, right? Supposed to be one of the greatest humans on earth. By the way, the word Purush can mean both Prakriti and Purush, and the word Prakriti can mean both Purush and Prakriti. In the spiritual sense, go by the Rigvedic wisdom and the Upanishadic wisdom. Finally, the Prakriti and Purusha are supposed to represent the same divinity. So if I use the pronoun he, take she along with it. And if I use the pronoun she, take he along with it. That is how you have to interpret English, right? I'm not very happy with the use of the plural they. Some people will tell you, instead of using the expression he or she, just say they. Now that sounds bad to me. That sounds so sickening to my ears. I cannot possibly use the expression they for a singular object or a singular being. So, by the way, excellent performance. As I just said, Bhagavad Gita also tells us the same. You have to be composed. Be composed, right? Always be composed. Never lose your cool. It is your balance of mind that will lead you to success. The moment you get perturbed, the slightest of anxieties, the slightest of anger, the slightest of disturbances, and the slightest of those nagging thoughts in your mind, and the slightest of irritation can pollute your decisions and can lead you astray. In order to be rock solid, you have to develop that rock solid temperament. Yes, bad days will happen. Good days will happen. Some days you'll get a lot of praises. Some days you'll get a lot of condemnation. Maybe infinite amount of flack. Be prepared to take that. It's okay. What are flacks after all? What are criticisms? What are condemnations? They are just opinions of people, right? And opinions of people should not shape your personality. Your own rock solid psyche should shape your personality. With those words, today I say goodbye to you. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourselves. Tomorrow is a full-fledged holiday. Raksha Bandhan is such a beautiful festival, right? I cannot possibly disturb you with those spontaneous and shadowing and coterie talk exercises. Tomorrow you are completely free, and
Thank you, sir.
needless to say, no class in the evening. We meet each other. We meet again day after tomorrow, hopefully around 8 o'clock. Thank you so much. Take care. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Thank you, sir.
Happy
Good night and
Raksha
happy
Bandhan, sir.
Raksha Bandhan.
Good
Happy
night,
Raksha
sir.
Bandhan.
Happy
Happy
Raksha
Raksha
Bandhan,
Bandhan,
Happy
sir.
Raksha
Happy
Bandhan.
Raksha
Okay.
Bandhan.
Happy Raksha Bandhan, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you.